this is a simply supported beam AB of span L. It is going to carry a uniformly varying load with intensity small w per meter at support A to 0 at support B. So how to calculate the SFD and BMD for this? So as per this thing, whenever you get a simply supported beam, you are going to calculate the reactions first. So first of all, to find reactions. So what is your first condition? Sigma V. Ra plus Rb is equal to sigma V condition. We are going to get Ra plus Rb is equal to, what is the total load on this particular beam? This is a uniformly varying load, means it is the area of this triangle. So it is half into, this is the intensity is W into L. So it is WL by 2. Okay. Now you are going to take moment about A. Right. If you take moment about A, you are going to take up this moment of this particular load as well as RB. So you will have, this is coming as clockwise moment. Where is this total load acting? In case of a triangular loading, you know that that whole load will be acting at 1/3 distance from the base, right? So this will be L by 3 and this distance will be 2 by 3 L. Okay. So this is the center of gravity of a triangle. And the magnitude of this will be equal to, what is this magnitude? WL by 2. Okay. This particular total load will be converted to a concentrated load acting at L by 3 from the base or from 2 by 3 L from the vertex. So if you take moment about A, you have converted this into a concentrated load. So you can take WL by 2 into, what is the distance? L by 3. This is a clockwise moment. So this is going to be anti-clockwise moment. So you can either write equal to RB into L, or you can write minus RB into L is equal to 0. Or from there you get RB is equal to, what do you have? L get cancelled. You will have W L divided by 6. Okay. Which is WL squared by 6 by L. Okay. So it becomes WL by 6. So you will get automatically RA is equal to, total load is WL by 2 minus WL by 6. Taking the LCM, you will have 6. This is 3 minus WL, it is 2 WL divided by 6, or it is also equal to WL by 3. Okay. Now I will just give you one tip for finding out the reactions. This is actually a case of eccentric loading. Okay. If you remember the eccentric loading problem, I will just draw here. Eccentric loading problem was like this. This is the load W and this is A and this is B, right? And whenever you have a eccentric loading, you can see that you are taking moment about this point, right? So this is A point and this is B point. So if you take moment about this point, you will write RB into L is equal to W into A, right? RB into L is anti-clockwise, this is clockwise moment. So you can get RB as equal to W into A by L. Okay. Similarly, if you take moment about this point B, you will say that RA into L minus W into B is equal to 0. From that you get RA is equal to W B by L, because you are taking moment about B. Okay. Now to get RA you have to take moment about B. Now to get R, if you have to get RB you have to take moment about A. If you have to get RA you have to take moment about B. So you can just see this. The reaction at this point will be load into the other distance by span. The reaction at this point will be load into the other distance is A. So here also this is actually coming as, this is particular load, this WL by 2. So if you come to this your problem, this reaction will be actually equal to the load into other distance. This distance is 2 by 3 L by L. So if you get cancelled this L get cancelled, you will get WL by 3. That is your RA. Okay. Similarly, this support reaction will be, the load is WL by 2 into other distances, this distance that is L by 3 divided by L. Okay, WA by L. This is W, this is A, and by L. So this gets cancelled. So you get WL by 6. That is your reaction, WL by 6. So this is one thing you can keep in mind in order to get the reactions for eccentric loading. That is, if only one single load is there, this reaction will be load into this distance by span, and this reaction will be load into the other distance by span. Okay, so that finishes finding out the reactions. So now coming back to this, we have got the reactions here. So I will just write down the reactions over here. Ra is WL by 3 and this reaction is WL by 6. Okay, you got the two reactions, WL by 3 and WL by 6. Okay, so I will just we will start now. What is the shear force diagram? Okay. So in order to get the shear force diagram, what is your first step? You are going to take a section line over here. Let us take a section line over here, say X. Right? Now whenever you take X, since this is a uniformly varying load, it is better to take X from the 0 point. Okay? You have the choice to take to left or right, no problem is there. But since this is 0 over here, because this is the ordinate of the loading which you have to find out. Okay, you might have seen in cantilevers also, when we have done this cantilever carrying uniformly varying load, I have taken X from the 0 load point. So that is better to take. So you have got the section line over here. So what is the shear force at X? So when you take the shear force at X, what is the equation? You can look to the right hand side or to the left hand side, no problem. Let us take to the right hand side. So I am taking right hand side over here. So right hand side, what are all the forces? This is coming up, RB is coming up and the loading is coming down. So coming down means I have taken right of the section downwards is positive. So what is the load coming here? That means that is this much area of load. Understand? So what is this much area of load? That is half into, I have taken this intensity of loading as Wx, right, into x, right. So we have got the loading as half into Wx into x. That is downward load. This is not only the loading here, we have got a reaction over here which is going upwards. So you have minus WL by 6, right. So you have got the equation. But the only thing is that you have to find out what is this Wx, you have to find out what it is. Okay. So from similar triangles, what you can do, this is small w and this is L, this is small wx and this is x. So I am going to write down from similar triangles, w by L is equal to wx by x. Okay, which is going to give you wx is equal to w into x divided by L. Right? Don't confuse, this is w suffix x, this is w into x, right? So you get the quantity wx by L. You can back substitute over there. So your shear force at any section x is equal to, this is wx, so wx by L into x. So it is wx squared by L by 2 is there minus WL by 6, right? So you can see here, this is a second degree equation. So automatically you are going to get a parabolic variation. Right? So how to draw that? So your baseline I have drawn. So I am going to take shear force at A, right? At x is equal to L, right? What is the shear force over there? When x equal to L, what is the shear force? This is x is equal to 0, B, x equal to L is A. So you will have WL square by 2L minus WL by 6. So this get cancelled. So WL by 2 minus WL by 6 is, you take the LCM, this is 3 minus 1, 2, 2 by 6, 3. So we will have WL by 3, which is nothing but the reaction at A, right? So this is the same reaction value you are getting here. So I have taken here WL by 3. You get that ordinate, right? Then what else you want? You are going to get, this is actually, one second, this is right downwards I have taken, positive. Okay. Now I am going to take shear force at B, that is x is equal to 0. So what is the equation? This is 0 minus WL by 6. First term becomes 0. This is minus WL by 6. So you are getting minus WL by 6. So what your second term? This is minus WL by 6. So you have to plot like the magnitude also you have to keep in mind. So this is WL by 3. This is WL by 6, which is half of this one. So you are just going to join this by a parabola like this, right? This is a parabolic variation